Welcome back to the show. Junkies on location today at Kettler Capitals Iceplex. We're happy to be joined now by one of the new additions to your Washington Capitals. Justin Williams joins us here. Justin, don't hold it against us.
He's clapping for himself.
We are
nice.
We're rink wimps. We've done shows out there near the ice, and we said, you know what? We just can't handle it. We need to be in the Capitals party room. So don't hold it against us. We're not as manly as you guys. We're not out on the ice all the time. We're just not used to it.
I expected you Washington guys to be a little more manly, to be quite honest with you, but whatever you need to do.
No, he has a hat on right now that says stick to the script. What does that mean to you?
Well, they were just in our stalls this morning. It's the first time we saw them.
So you don't even know? So it means really nothing?
I certainly know what it means. As team unity goes, you have a plan, you stick to the plan, and you don't deviate.
I don't know if I'm crazy about the font on that
hat. A little big.
Yeah, he kind of ruined a pretty good hat.
Yeah, they might have.
Right?
He's probably only wearing it here.
Yeah, he'll bring it home to his kids.
Well, that's what it's for. It's for around the rink and maybe subtle reminders every day. So.
All right, so you came over from L.A. You were with the Kings for, 5-6 years or so?
Yeah.
All right, biggest name non-athlete. All right, biggest name celebrity that you actually met when you were in L.A.
Well, I think when you win, usually you get more people to come, right?
Right.
You know, celebrities want to be seen a little bit more, right? When it's the place to be. So, I don't know. I guess. The more favorite guys who came all the time and weren't just bandwagoners would be like Tom Hanks and Vince Vaughn.
Would they come into the locker room?
No, they wouldn't come into the locker room. But they'd be around. So
what about Chet Hanks? Was that the son, the crazy son?
I'm not sure.
Is that the one, the rapper that was just in rehab?
Now, there's one named Colin. I know
Colin's there a lot, too.
Okay.
Colin's like the actor, dude. I think Chet's
he's a big fan.
I think Chet's the crazy rapper.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you would actually meet these guys? I mean, they would hang around the team a little bit?
Yeah, they'd come in. And actually, you know how we play soccer before games, too, just to kind of warm up? A lot of us come and kick the ball around and stuff. And Will Ferrell was walking down the hallway one day. He was asking to play, so we gave him a couple touches and then just whacked him right in the leg.
Right.
So, just little things like that normally you wouldn't see in the hockey world.
Yeah. Well, so would you notice those guys in the crowds?
No, absolutely not. It's
You
focus on the ice. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You notice hotties, though. Come on, man. You're sitting
not a married man. Not a married man.
If Blake Lively was sitting on the glass, you'd notice her.
I think so. I agree, for sure.
So how's the transition been so far, man?
Pretty seamless. It's been easy, certainly off the ice. On the ice, there's a few things that in terminologies and forechecks, just kind of language barriers that's a little bit different that I'm trying to get set in stone. So you don't want to be thinking about it, you just want to do it while you're on the ice. So I need to get to that stage.
We're far from hockey experts, this group here in front of you. Barry Trotz brought in a heavy system. What does that mean as far as you coming in from the Kings? How hard was that for you to learn to adapt to?
Well, I've played with a lot of coaches who demand heavy hockey. I mean, I played with Darryl Sutter the last 4 years.
Right.
He's kind of the epitome of heavy, strong, in-your-face hockey. At least from what people know. And Barry's kind of the same way. It's just you want to be a hard team to play against. You want to have that mantra. You want to after the game have the opposing players say, "Wow, that was a tough game," and usually in the long run that pays off for you.
I think we talked to you about this in the past, but what was your impression when you would play the Capitals before Barry Trotz, and what was it like playing against the Capitals last year?
Well, I think, fair or not, Washington had the mantra of being a great regular season team, and that was it. Last year when I watched Washington play throughout the season, and especially in the playoffs, since I didn't make playoffs, I had a lot of time to watch hockey. They were exactly that. They were a tough team to play against, and playoffs, it's just so small margin of error, and certainly Washington can justify that. It's a small margin of error in playoffs, and sometimes you just need a goal here or there, and they can do it. But they had a great team last year, hard team, heavy team to play against, and just came up a little short.
Does it matter how great you're playing heading into the playoffs? Or how great your regular season is? Because it seems to me it's all about just being hot at the right time.
Well,
that's what seems more important than anything.
Well, I think the most the hardest thing is just getting in. You know, everyone's talking about playoffs. The hardest part is just getting in. There's a lot of great teams that don't make playoffs. So, I mean, you got to earn it. You know, you got to get 100 points to get in every year. That's tough.
You can't sleepwalk through the regular season and then turn it on?
Absolutely not. You're not certainly anointed a playoff position. You got to earn it every year, and it doesn't matter what we did last year. And it's kind of, teams with players. It doesn't matter as a player what you did last year. It doesn't matter as a team what you did last year. You got to prove it year after year.
Now, you're new to the team. I don't know how long it takes to kind of know the personalities and players. I'm wondering, when you join a new team, are there some guys that you've met now in the squad that are different than what you expected, and who are they?
You know what? For a guy being in the league as long as I never actually played on a team with anybody here. I've played on a World Championship team with Chimera, played an All-Star game with Ovechkin, but I've never played on an actual team with anyone. So that's kind of strange, but I don't know. Just going in, you learn their personalities, you see what they're all about, you see who's the goofy one, who's the serious one.
So who's the goofy one?
The goofy one? Chimera is obviously the loud and goofy one. Ovi's pretty. I sit next to him in the stall here at Kettler, so he's got quite the personality in him as well. So, it takes all kinds. You don't want one personality in the room. You need all kinds, and we certainly have that.
Who's the serious one?
The serious one.
It's got to be
Baggy.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think
Holtby. It's got to be Holtby.
I think both Brookses are pretty serious,
right?
Yeah.
Like his, yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Are people still breaking his balls about the Julianne thing? I mean, you go in there and you're seeing like Us Weeklies,
Right, you call him
plastered on the
Hollywood
wall.
in the locker room, all that.
Yeah, he gets
his share, right?
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
That's right.
You want to be in the papers, you got to see about it. You got to hear about it, especially from your teammates. Who else is going to give it to you?
Right.
Do you like your nickname, Mr. Game 7, from your exploits?
How could you not?
I mean, that's a great
It's like
nickname.
Mr. October, Mr. Game 7. Those are great
My
nicknames.
nickname is Cakes. Yours is Mr. Game 7. Yours is clearly much
Yeah,
better.
they needed you last year against the Rangers.
We needed them a lot in the last decade.
That's right.
Listen, I'll be. It'll be one thing. Usually, like when you're on TV later on, you know how those guys wear their rings on TV, like all those football guys. They got their rings, their huge rings. They're talking about it. I think that's the time where you're okay with it. But right now, no, I'm certainly not okay with it. I don't like it. It singles me out the way I don't want to be singled out. And I've been on a lot of good teams who have a lot of success in Game 7. It's not just me.
And you do have 3 rings. Mm-hmm. What do you do with them? Where are they?
Well, they sit in a safe.
There you go.
Safe.
Do you ever wear them? You wear them to like a banquet or something? Are they just too gaudy these days?
I don't wear them very often. No. Usually when I want to feel good at myself, I'll pop them open and just wear them around the house and say, yeah, no, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, right? You want me to do the dishes?
Hey, Cakes, did you tell me that Justin loves Atlantis?
This is according to the Washington Capitals website.
All right. What did it say?
Favorite vacation spot, Bahamas.
True.
Atlantis.
True.
I've been there a few times, yeah.
And apparently
now it's kind of different though with family and stuff. You got to find a family place. My kids are getting kind of older now that you can take them on vacation. And
I told these guys I've been to Atlantis like 10, maybe 12 times.
12 times,
right?
It's got to be your favorite.
Every spring. Every spring, I'd love to go there. Kids loved it.
He's living way beyond his means.
But that's true too. That is true. But I told these guys if I ever go again, I have to give them each $500 because I'm never going again.
Because
it's a prison. It's a prison, and they drain you.
He probably lost a ton of money his last
But it's
visit there.
luxurious.
No, it goes beyond that. No, it goes beyond that.
It's $32 for a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Right. It's all these hidden fees.
$10 for a hot dog.
All these hidden fees they don't tell you about. And the service, in my opinion, declined the last couple of years.
Oh, boy.
So I'm never going again. I loved it for the first 8 or 10 times. Never going
Yeah,
again.
but the next time your daughters whine and say, Daddy, can we go back to the Atlantis?
They've already whined.
Yeah.
They've already whined. I'm not going.
Oh, you've actually shut it down.
We'll go to like the Outer Banks. We'll go to like Charleston. We're
He's
going
acting
somewhere
tough
else
right now. He's acting tough in front of us
right.
now. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'd have to give him $500.
When you would go to the Atlantis, are you a gambler?
Little blackjack.
He
I
likes
see
I'm
it.
not a heavy gambler, but yeah,
Not a
I
heavy
will play
gambler.
I will play the tables.
Like,
yeah.
what's the most you've lost in an evening?
$5.
But not a lot.
He's not going to give you that.
Not a lot. You're not one guy's going to lose like 10, 20, 30 grand.
You're not going to see me in the papers with a bankruptcy next to me.
Good.
I'm not going to owe the mob or anything.
But your wife liked going down there?
When we were, young before kids
Yeah.
and before marriage and that, we went there a couple times and enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm done with
but
it.
But it's a great family spot too.
Well, okay, just not for me anymore.
So is it easy to get excited for the start of the new season, or is it kind of like, oh my God, this is gonna be a long year?
Yeah, I'm excited. The preseason's over, and I'm
it
counts for real now.
Real
absolutely.
bullets flying.
Now it's excitement.
Is this the deepest offensive team you've played on, you think?
I don't know. Listen, I played on a team in Carolina in 2006. It was a big offensive
Studs.
team.
Yeah.
But listen, this team is extremely talented, extremely potent, and I think that's a good thing. Knowing that if you don't have what it takes at the start of the game, or if you get down a couple goals, nothing's insurmountable, and that. You need that in your mind when you play. That no lead is insurmountable. You can come back on anyone.
Kuznetsov and Burakovsky. I hope I'm pronouncing Burakovsky right.
I think you got it.
But they actually played well in the playoffs last year. I think these guys are probably on the cusp of just exploding.
Well, sure. You need all types of things.
Seems like a nice
on a
mix.
Team. Yeah, you need all types of things. You need guys, and we have quite a few guys who are on the prospect bubble, right?
Right.
Want to turn prospect into star,
right.
And we certainly have that talent on this team. Burakovsky is a very talented kid. I can call him a kid because he is a kid.
Right. What's the difference between those two skill level, Kuzi and Burakovsky?
Well, everybody's different in their own skill level. I mean, the thing is nowadays everybody's talented. It's whether or not you can do it on the ice under the pressure when someone's bearing down on you is the trick. And both have shown an ability to do that. And I'm excited to play with them as potential centerman.
Is Tom Wilson at that point now where he's established, or is he still a prospect?
Tom's listen. This is all new for me too.
Right.
But he I think he had a great camp. He's a guy that when he's on the ice, and that's a good thing to have. When Tom Wilson's on the ice. He's been very impactful, and I think he's another guy who wants to break out and be more, and that's awesome.
Who's mowing through Arlington more than Tom Wilson, huh?
Probably,
anybody?
I mean, I'm sure Justin's not keeping up with that, but probably not many guys.
Probably not many.
Well, I think Ovi did his damage.
I'm sure he did.
Before he settled down.
Didn't he just get engaged?
Yeah.
Didn't we catch that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot Russian model.
What's the
big
more
surprise.
desired wedding invitation? Ovi's wedding or
Brooks?
Or Brooksy? I think Brooksy.
I would assume we'd all be invited everywhere, right? We're all going to Russia, are we not?
I would guess.
When does Brooks get married?
It's got to be next summer, right?
But I heard that's the hot ticket. That's the one all the young guys want to go because they want to meet all Julianne's friends.
Right.
Of course.
Get set up.
Can't blame him.
Justin, thanks for taking time to sit down with us, man. We appreciate it. It's Justin Williams from your Washington Capitals.
Mr. Game 7!
Be Mr. Game 5, like we talked about. Let's close people out in 5 instead of 7. 7 just terrifies Caps fans like myself. Thanks, Justin.
All right.
That's Justin Williams from your Washington Capitals.